Hello to everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles weekly guided meditation. I'm Reverend Dr. Keith Cox, and it's a joy and a pleasure to have you here together. It's live Wednesday, January 9th in the year 2018. So we come together for this brief time together on Wednesday mornings, or if you're listening to this later, at the perfect and appropriate time that you're hearing it, to allow ourselves through the action of choice to become anchored in our awareness and acceptance of being actualizations of the divine, fully expressed, perfect individuals of the only thing that is. It's a power that oftentimes is called God or Spirit, or as we discussed this last week in the first chapter of the book, The Science of Mind, the thing itself. And so let's begin this meditation, as we do each and every meditation, by becoming centered and anchored in the physical space that we're in. Choose to sit still in a place that's quiet to the best of your ability, not have any distractions around. Should they show up, you bring yourself back to this place within you that is anchored and deeply connected. And so during the meditation, I invite us all to repeat this pattern of breathing that I will reference throughout the meditation, which is an inhalation through the nose to the count of 4, holding to the count of 2, and exhaling out through the mouth to the count of 4. Let's try that together. Ready? Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding, exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeating, and with each inhalation going deeper into that place within that we're all connected. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding 1, 2, exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeating the pattern on your own. Remembering that the purpose of meditation is to receive. Allowing the wisdom of the divine to rise up and make itself known to us either through symbolism, imagery, a message, a sensation, and oftentimes even words. Trusting that during this time of meditation, we are each going to a place, as I said a moment before, where we're all interconnected, where that one thing is taking place, life itself. It's where we are interconnected. It's in that space that Jean Houston calls the vast cosmology of inner space. In metaphysical terms, it's often referred to as the one mind. We are interconnected. The definition for interconnectedness is the state of being connected with and as each other. So let's let that be as we inhale together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. and 4. Through the month of January in the year 2019 here at the Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles, our theme is building a foundation of living a life of the divine. Building a foundation of living a life of the divine. One of the more effective ways of doing this is by remembering that we are already divine and that we are each interconnected. And so this morning's meditation is focused on how to become more aware of that, and some tips on how to build a life that is founded in living a life of the divine individually. Let's inhale together as we go deeper. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. The Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh writes this in regards to this subject: nothing exists by itself. We all belong to each other. We cannot cut reality into pieces. He goes on to write, my happiness is your happiness. My suffering is your suffering. We heal and transform together. We heal and transform together. Healing in metaphysical terms is revealing a higher state of mind. It's revealing a deep understanding and action in accordance to spiritual truth. And transformation is the activity and result of that happening. It's releasing anything and everything that is contrary or contradictory to the spiritual truth that we know and act in accordance to the spiritual truth that we are one. That we are one. And as Thich Nhat Hanh tells us, my happiness is your happiness, which also means that your happiness is my happiness, and that your suffering is my suffering. We are interconnected. We are not exempt from this, whether we're consciously aware or not. So together we choose and allow the spiritual truth to take root in our soul, our psyche, and our being, releasing any opposition to this, whether we're aware of it or not, and covenant and commit to living from an awakened place in our mind. A spiritually awakened state of mind. and commit to changing our behavior, to reflecting this understanding of our interconnectedness. Remembering, as Paul Coelho writes, the world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. Breathing in and letting this take root. We inhale together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We not only make a commitment to ourselves to be the example of the change that we wish to see and experience in the world, but we also release our need to share our opinion around anything and everything in life as if it matters. Committing to just speak spiritual truth and truth in and of itself. We also forgive ourselves for any transgressions of the past. As we inhale together, 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding. And as we exhale forgiveness and release of all that was. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Readying ourselves to have a shift in perception of what is possible, of what can be, and how we choose to show up. In the great book, A Course in Miracles, this is written regarding this shift. It's called a miracle. A miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love, from a belief in what is not real to a faith in that which is. That shift in perception changes everything. And so in this moment, we choose to let today be the day. This shift manifests and magnifies and is real within us. Remembering that which is real is that we are one. We are interconnected. That nothing exists by itself alone. Letting love guide us through life from this perspective. This truth that is not new, but maybe be newfound in this moment. We open ourselves to healing and transformation. Remembering that the world is changed by our example and not by our opinion. We let today be the day. We set and express and live from being a new example. We inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remembering that today is a new day. Today is a new day. One we start with love, not fear. Choosing to start fresh and to begin anew today by wiping the slate clean of everything leading up to this moment. We release, forgiving, opening up to a new state of mind. Of releasing and letting go. And then choosing that today is a new day. And choosing to embrace kindness today. Kindness to ourselves, kindness to each other, and kindness to someone or a group of people that would just simply be surprised by our act of kindness. Not for the reward or acknowledgement, simply by engaging in the co-creation of an experience that's reflected in the state of mind that owns an awareness of oneness. It may be someone we see on the street, someone we're talking to on a customer service line on the phone, clerk at a checkout counter or in a store, letting someone cut in front of us in traffic. Today is the day that we practice compassion. Compassion broken down is to live with passion. Passion broken down is the words pass I on. I from that place of acknowledging the individualization of the one thing that exists. So living with compassion is living by consciously passing on through kindness and compassion our light, if you will. Light is a symbol of that power that we each share through our interconnectedness. Remembering, as Thich Nhat Hanh tells us, my suffering is your suffering, meaning your suffering is mine as well. Your happiness is my happiness. And my happiness, when ignited, impacts yours and vice versa. Today is a new day. That we choose to live by example and not opinion. Today is the day that we ask for help and offer hope. Letting go any fear of asking for help. We inhale together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remembering that we are being the change that we wish to see in the world. Trusting of our interconnectedness and the power of the unfailing power of the universe. We open ourselves up to talk to what in human terms we call strangers. But they're just simply individuals that we have yet to meet in human terms, yet we know in divine. Today is a new day. So continuing on this vein of releasing and opening up to a new expression and a new experience of our interconnectedness, of building the foundation of living a life of the divine. We also choose to live from the instructions of this great Chinese proverb. The individual who blames others has a long way to go on their journey. The individual who blames themselves is halfway there. And the individual who blames no one has arrived. So releasing the need for blame, begin to feel a more lightness of being in our heart, in our soul, in our consciousness. Today is a new day. Today is a new day. And so we give ourselves permission and instruction that as today and the next day and the next day and the next unfolds, we not only live with compassion and kindness, asking for help and offering hope, but we give ourselves the gift of stopping and sitting and getting quiet and listening. trusting the answer to that which we seek comes. We listen. And we listen. As we inhale together, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remembering that nothing exists by itself alone. We all belong to each other. We cannot cut reality into pieces. That my happiness is your happiness. Your happiness is my happiness. My suffering is your suffering. And your suffering is mine. We heal and transform together. We heal and transform together. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Preparing to rise from this meditation. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly opening our eyes. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seeing the reality before us in a new way. Feeling the interconnectedness from a new perspective. Trusting this meditation has taken root and will guide us throughout our day. We outstretch our arms, wiggle our hands and feet, inhaling together one last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. So we exhale loudly together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We rise up, letting this meditation be, as we say together.
And so it is.
3 and 4. Remembering that we are being the change that we wish to see in the world. trusting of our interconnectedness and the power of the unfailing power of the universe. We open ourselves up to talk to what in human terms we call strangers. But they're just simply individuals that we have yet to meet in human terms, yet we know in divine. Today is a new day. So continuing on this vein of releasing and opening up to a new expression and a new experience of our interconnectedness, of building the foundation of living a life of the divine. We also choose to live from the instructions of this great Chinese proverb. The individual who blames others has a long way to go on their journey. The individual who blames themselves is halfway there. And the individual who blames no one has arrived. So releasing the need for blame, begin to feel a more lightness of being in our heart, in our soul, in our consciousness. Today is a new day. Today is a new day. And so we give ourselves permission and instruction that as today and the next day and the next day and the next unfolds, we not only live with compassion and kindness, asking for help and offering hope, but we give ourselves the gift of stopping and sitting and getting quiet and listening. Trusting the answer to that which we seek comes. We listen. And we listen. As we inhale together, 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remembering that nothing exists by itself alone. We all belong to each other. We cannot cut reality into pieces. That my happiness is your happiness. Your happiness is my happiness. My suffering is your suffering. And your suffering is mine. We heal and transform together. We heal and transform together. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Preparing to rise from this meditation, we inhale together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly opening our eyes. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seeing the reality before us in a new way. Feeling the interconnectedness from a new perspective. Trusting this meditation has taken root and will guide us throughout our day. We outstretch our arms, wiggle our hands and feet. Inhaling together one last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Holding. So we exhale loudly together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We rise up, letting this meditation be, as we say together.
And so it is.